Joel chapter 2, verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. First and foremost, we give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone rule well. Shalom to the hopefully like men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity. Shalom to a very, very few sincere sisters that's taking heed and getting the order in these last days. I'm the brother Amawan, coming to the video, Lord, when it's edifying. Right, so I went inside the scripture starting off because the clip I'm going to show you is of a sister like a Judite woman, so-called Negro woman, and she's pretty much going to a dream that the Lord, was showing her, right? And, we filter these things through the scriptures, and we also know these things are coming in these times to come, like in these days, right? A lot of people having these visions, right? And we're to break them down precisely, the precise way, right? Pretty much adding the scriptures, adding the facts to it. So with that being said, I'm going to get to the clip. Now, you can tell that she's not into the truth because, she wouldn't be doing this video. But, we're gonna hear these types of videos, and we're going to add, just pretty much we're going to add scriptures behind it, making the point that, hey, these things are in the cards, are in the lineup, right? So I'm going to be pausing here and there, but I'm going to also put the clip at the beginning of the video.
Sometimes I'll ask God to reveal things to me that's taking place just in my personal life, or things that are taking place in the world. Now, the dream took place last night / this morning, right? So I had a dream that I was just like a bystander. There was this lady in the dream, and she fell down and got hurt some kind of way. She was hurt and she was injured. And as I was standing by watching, next thing I know, I seen these robots show up to help her. And I'm looking around for the EMT, people, first responded to show up. So people never did. It was robots showing up to render aid to the lady. So as I'm sitting there, I'm just like, how these robots know that this lady, was injured or in trouble? And all I heard was the chip. It's because of the chip. That's how they knew. Now, let's get into that. So we've all been talking about the end times, the mark of the beast, and we've all been talking about the chip, the implant or whatever. So when I was in this dream, when I saw the lady, and I was just thinking, how do these robots know? So like I said, it was the chip, being in her body. And the best way I can explain it is the longer the chip is in your body, it's like it knows your movements. It knows when you're, functioning normal, I should say. It's kind of like a bank account when somebody watches your activity and can tell when this is not usual activity from your account. That's how the chip was. So when she was injured, she was not as active. It's and she wasn't responsive. Her heart rate, kind of sped up or slowed down. However, this chip reads the body.
Right, so pause in. What we've been going into, two things, what this device, what it's going to do is going to alter your DNA, right? With it altering your DNA, it pretty much, it's the codes that Esau Edom put inside your body, so they can track that stuff, man. Right, and also going back to that word grapho, right? When you pull up Revelation 13 and verse 16, going to the Greek word mark, right? It goes into what? Right. Right. Grapho, it goes to what? To write. To things not to be forgotten. Write down, record. Right. So with them writing all of these things, now they know how your body is. Right. So therefore they're keeping your eyes on you. This C-hip is going to be a reason. It's going to be a way that they can keep eyes on you at all times. So that's how, to the fact that she was able to have aid from the robots, man. Because they know her. They have all her information to the T, literally on the inside of her body. So they know, hey, she's about to fall down soon. Go to her help. you know?
The body. That's how it was not as active. It's like, and she wasn't responsive. Like her heart rate, kind of sped up or slowed down. However, this chip reads the body. That's how it was, shown to me or revealed to me in a dream. Now, however, I will say this right here. Over time, I think more people will receive the chip or the mark more than what they think. Because one thing about society, just life is that either when people are just getting ready to, introduce something, they'll either push it on you really fast or they'll feed it to you slowly. And a lot of people will fall for that, mark of the beast. A lot of people will get the chip implant, even when they think they're not, because they are.
And so we already know what's going to happen. A lot of people are, because Esau's going to set a trend. It's like he do every time. When he came in 2019 to 2020, he brought it through a trend. Then he came up with, I ain't gonna say a law, right? But it was to the point. It was like you couldn't go inside restaurants without having that mask on, So he's gonna push it in a good way to get it. You know what I'm saying? To set the trend, right? Then he's going to come later on with it to make it mandatory, which we already know to the C-hip is going to be made mandatory real soon. And then he's going to take it a step further, right? Going to what Revelation 20:4, right? If you don't have it, you can get beheaded. If you're not trying to bow down to the image and follow, you can get beheaded. That's what we're heading to, right? And so, like, I want to bring out one more thing. That is like you go back to the story of the boiling frog, the pot and the boiling frog. Right. So this right here is the boiling frog in the pot. Right. It's a metaphor. The boiling frog is a metaphor for how people may not notice gradual threats until it's too late, right? It's often used in business, economics, and marketing. So the first one, it says the boiling frog metaphor is based on the idea that a frog would jump out of the boiling water, but would not notice the gradual increase in temperature if put in tepid water that's slowly heated. So like I said, if you try to introduce it to you, right, if Esau was to introduce you to the chip right now, right, society is functioning and all of that, right, people will what? They won't digest it. Well, if Esau was to gradually put roads, that's like you got like a broad street, and every time you go further down that street, the lanes closing smaller and smaller and smaller to the point, okay, cool. Well, they're already comfortable going through that. They're already comfortable going that way. So, hey, they might as well try to fit through that little narrow path just to eat, But it's so matter of fact, that's what we talk about for the most time. Gradualism, right? It said gradual, right? A gradual increase is slow, right? But it's steady increasing every time, So that's why we know that he gonna come in smoothly with it, gradually smoothly with it. Then after that, he's gonna make it mandatory that you must have this, right?
Just like the famine, where I tell people, stock up on food. Don't forget about it. Don't think just because everything is seen to be, kind of chill for now, that's how it's going to stay.
Right, and to correct her, right? To correct her. See, this is what we depend on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We not gonna be at these stores stocking up, and hoarding. Yes, it's wise to have, a couple of items inside the house. But when you're out here hoarding and taking 3 and 4 trips to the grocery store in the same day, right, you're setting yourself as a target, man. Right? You think these folks are not looking at out their windows, looking at you, keep pulling up and back and forth, keep seeing these headlights, making yourself a target. Then you taking 3 to 4 trips back into the car. They send grocery bags, making yourself a target, man. You know, with that being said, right? And also, she was saying, I did want to add on to what she was saying when she said about even though things are not, she's saying stock up because things are not, even though it's not seeming like that, it certainly will, right? And the scripture I wanted to add with that was First Thessalonians, right? First Thessalonians chapter 5, and I start at 1 to point at 3. But other times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, right? Because us brethren, right, us hopefully elect brothers, you know, and a few minor sisters, hey, we're being circumspect. We understand what times we're in. We've been measuring the time diligently, right? It says, for yourselves know that perfectly that the day of the Lord is so cometh as a thief in the night. Right, we know the Lord Yahweh Shai is approaching real soon. We know all hell's going to break loose real soon. Right, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right, because right now this is the peace and safety type of situation right now. Then what? Sudden destruction come with all hell breaking loose. Right. Also another scripture that I had was it's not in this Bible. But going to what the food, right? 2 Corinthians 16. Victory shall be good cheap upon earth. And just to bring out the point, no, it's cheap right now. I think no. Matter of fact, I can drop that. Salaki.
And just like where I tell people, stock up on food. Don't forget about it. Don't think just because everything is seemed to be, kind of chill for now, that's how it's going to stay. And just like been telling people, if something's going to take place to bring on martial law. I just don't know what that thing is.
Right, and that's why we've been steady watching and being vigilant, right? Because we understand that it's going to be a certain black swan event that's going to pop off to causing martial law, because martial law is pretty much it's a part of prophecy, having checkpoints set up. He said you won't be able to go inside another city. He said you shall want to go to another city and shall not be able. Why? Because you got to have access. You got to have that requirement of having that C-hip.
That's going to take place, but that's going to come too. Just like when I tell y'all I have dreams about the military coming into your homes. This might not even be our military. This may be another. You know what I'm saying?
And that's heavy, right? That's heavy. Because just to expound on that point, what she's saying, right? Same chapter, same book, 2 Corinthians 16, in verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. Right? So we know compared to these concentration camps are set up, right? Like we said, we went for one event for them to pretty much roll out with their plan. And when she regarding with the troops, all right, we already know that these troops that they're gonna have sent over here, they're gonna be the ones that's in the streets, knocking, kicking in doors, picking you up, man, hauling you off to these concentration camps. And within the concentration camp, what are you gonna be doing? They're gonna be. So what it says right here, it says being idle, right? When you're idle, you're just being sit still. And what they're gonna be offering you is that C-hip, putting that pressure on you, torturing you until then, right? Let me bring another scripture right quick, because we know we're gonna be inside there. But the Lord said, keep the faith. It says, Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, right? At the end of the day, that's all about a trial, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, right? A completion of number. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So because for him to, he want his new world order set up, right? But he wants everyone to be tagged, so he gonna pretty much keep putting that pressure on you inside the concentration camps until you just give in, But the Lord said, be thou faithful unto death, right? Even if you have to die behind it, right? Get your head beheaded, chopped off behind it, do so, and you receive a crown of life. All right, so back inside 2 Corinthians chapter 16 in verse 769, I guess. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot, right? And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you consent by bowing down and getting it. And then they're going to laugh at you because now they know the destruction that's finna come to you. Because when you go to the book of Revelation chapter 14, the Lord already told us to not to take this sea help, right? And this was the consequence of taking it. Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right, for you to submit to the system and take his sea help, right, it said the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, right? Because we know the Lord is coming back to what? To destroy, right? Destroy this whole earth, but really put that dagger inside of America, man. Make it desolate, right? So with that being said, with you taking that sea help, you pretty much tagging along for the ass whooping the Lord's finna come get. I mean, it's finna give, right? You pretty much attached yourself to America's death wish, So get back to this video. Oh no, Salakia. Second Ezra chapter 16. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses, right? These concentration camp, these UN troops, these UN troops, right? They can be casting out of your houses, right? Sending you off to these concentration camps, right? It says, then shall they know who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire, right? Like I said, we talk about the times of, the hour of temptation, right? Soon to come, we're going to be in that situation. We're going to be tried as gold in the fire, right? We're going to be like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, but in a modern form, right? In a different form, Excuse me. And I do want to add the faith onto it. It says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same, right? Because we're going to be in there. We're going to be in them concentration camps. May not eat for a couple of days. Hey, but like he said, the things written for our time of learning. Bell and the dragon. Hey, Daniel the angel came to him and he was able to eat, while he was in the den, So it's always keeping that faith, man, right? We know these things are coming, right? But also you got to apply that faith. You got to keep that faith. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua is your guide. Right? He's going to guide us through these times, man.
Military, another soldier, come too. Just like when I tell y'all I have dreams about the military coming into your homes. This might not even be our military. This may
Kind of, and I also go back to the scripture. I can't quote off the top of my head, but it's in Jeremiah. Let a cry be heard from their houses. I think I know it. Salakia. Yup, call all you have washing me out, shut out the water. It says, Jeremiah 18, verse 22, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Right? So what's that? Them troops, them UN troops. And they digged a pit, them concentration camps. Because normally once you go inside the concentration camps, you're not coming back out of them, So they hid snares for my feet and they trapping you. Right? A lot of folks be thinking these apartments are set up, nice gated communities. No, it's to trap you in, man. So when they come to get you, right? You're not thinking to drive your car through no gate. They're gonna park that big old tank in front of the neighborhood, in front of the entrance, right? And they're gonna let them troops just, get on feet and come get folks, man, about them houses, man. Right? Let it cry be heard from their house. They coming at crackhead hours, what we call it, 4, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. The times you finna go take a piss, right? And them folks inside your shit grabbing you folks, man. Grabbing your kids. Y'all going off inside different vans, paddy wagons,
be another, military, another soldiers that's coming in. they were in all black uniforms. So it may not even be our people. You just never know. A lot of things are going to fulfill itself that's, in the Bible. So this is why you always got to stay sensitive in the spirit and hear from God. That's why I always just check in with God, ask God to reveal things to me, whether it's, bits and pieces of something. Reveal something to me so that I can prepare myself and also other people around me, because this technology is really going through the roof, and a lot of people find it more fascinating. You know what I'm saying? And the more people find this technology fascinating, the more they can, give you, push on this new world order. That's how it works. But let me know what you think about that dream, and also let me know what God has been revealing to you. All right.
So yeah, I want to go back a little bit. So I was trying to read what was on the screen. It said New World Order chip, right? It says MOTB, years of famine, martial law. Hey, because we already know this, that's why the Lord, say measure out the time diligently, for a reason, right? Because he done told us what's to come. We just got to be paying attention. He answered me then and said, measure out the time diligently in itself, and without see his part, the signs past. Right, which I have told you before, then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, And we seeing those things. We literally at the door of the MOTB. That's how close we are to salvation, right? And we already know through the Spirit, DJ Trump is going to bring these things to help bring these things to pass, man. He gonna start the uproars of the people, Him and Elon Musk teaming up to get this C-hip on the ground, So us servants of prophets, it's giving you that warning right now. Like we say, it's high time to wake out of sleep. Excuse me. You're gonna need this right here to keep you stable. This was not true, but understand, keep you stable inside these times, right? Cause we coming into that time of what, the hour of temptation, time of Jacob's trouble. But it says Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. Right, you're gonna need nothing but the stability of the scriptures to keep you stable in these times to come. Ezekiel. Matter of fact, I hit that last. It's the book of Habakkuk 2:1. I would stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and watch what he would say unto me, and watch what he would say unto me, and what I shall answer and reprove, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're sitting on top of that watchtower, that spiritual watchtower, and we're watching everything on how these devils is moving, what's coming in, what's going out, what's about to happen, right? And we blowing the horn, right? Like we all know, like a lot of brothers, myself, have been saying, this is why the elders been telling brothers, to go even more harder. Because where we at, we blowing that horn even more harder. We know these lights finna go out real soon. It says, and also, it says, and I will sit upon that watchtower. Hey, we're blowing a distinctive sound, right? Meaning hell's about to break loose real soon. We're blowing that sound. We're trying to pretty much get you ready for the battle. We're telling you about the MOTB, telling you not to take it, telling you it's high time to wake out of sleep, telling you to come up to your Habashim Yahushua, right? And don't procrastinate about it. Right, verse 2, it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, right? Breaking this thing down to the T, letting you know what the MOTB is, letting you know how it's going to pretty much alternate your DNA, take over your whole body. You're going to be subject to Esau, Edom, wholly, right? You're going to be fully subjected to him. You'll be his slave, his new and improved slave, And also letting you know about the destruction if you take that C-hip. Verse 3, for the visions yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? So we know this system, right, this vision is going to be made manifested real soon, right? And though it seems as if it's taking, Esau kicking the can down the road, though it feels like that, pieces are getting added to the puzzle, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? Because once it's here, and Lord willing, this is going to be the month where Esau make that big turn in another gear. You're going to drastically see changes, right? And I'm going to close out with this last one, Ezekiel 33 and 33, because, what these videos have been, the Spirit been put on these other people to come out with these visions, right? Hey, the servants, the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone been talking about this for a while, So they're pretty much just adding on to what the elders already started, right? Because and when I start off in Joel, it said, hey, in that time, right, he's going to pour out his Spirit upon all flesh. He said upon all flesh, right? Because first he started off in what, Amos 8 and 11. No, Slaki, let me get that right quick. Amos 3 and 7. Right, Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, right? He revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So the prophets, servants of prophets, right, down for the head apostles, right? They know about these visions. They know about these visions, and they're breaking it down precisely, man. Right, but later on in time, the Lord started revealing it to what? Excuse me. Start revealing it to what? All flesh. They start coming out with dreams. You seeing dreams on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all sites, man. That's what you just hearing. You're hearing a lot of, visions, and we hear some of them, and we, add them with some scriptures, because we know a lot of those dreams really be prophetic, right? Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this comes to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Right, because it started off with the men first. The men have been teaching this for a while, But hearing this, right, and you want to go against it, hey, when these things start coming to pass, then shall they know that the prophet have been among you. You was warned, right? And we already know warning goes before destruction. So, Lord willing, this was edifying, and to the point, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, or Kakadash. Shalom.
So let me tell y'all about this dream that I had. It was like 2 weeks ago. First, I'm going to say this. It was 2 weeks ago where during my prayer time, sometimes I'll ask God to reveal things to me that's taking place just in my personal life, or, things that are taking place in the world. Now, the dream took place last night / this morning, right? So I had a dream that, I was just like a bystander. There was this lady in a dream, and she fell down and got hurt. Some kind of way she, was hurt, and she was injured. And, as I was standing by watching, next thing I know, I seen these robots show up to help her. And I'm looking around for the EMT, like people, first responded to show up. So people never did. It was robots showing up to render aid to the lady. So as I'm sitting there, I'm just like, how these robots know that this lady, was injured or in trouble? And all I heard was the chip. It's because of the chip. That's how they knew. Now, let's get into that. So we've all been talking about the end times, the mark of the beast, and we all been talking about the chip, the implant or whatever. So when I was in this dream, when I saw the lady, and I was just thinking, like, how did these robots know? So like I said, it was the chip, being in her body. And the best way I can explain it is like, the longer the chip is in your body, it's like it knows your movements. It knows when you're, functioning normal, I should say. It's kind of like a bank account when somebody watches your activity and can tell when this is not a usual activity from your account. That's how the chip was. So when she was injured, she was not as active. It's like, and she wasn't responsive, like her heart rate, kind of sped up or slowed down. However, this chip reads the body. That's how it was, shown to me or revealed to me in the dream. Now, however, I will say this right here. Over time, I think more people will receive the chip or the mark more than what they think. Because one thing about society, just life, is that either when people is getting ready to, introduce something, they'll either push it on you really fast or they'll feed it to you slowly. And a lot of people will fall for that, mark of the beast. A lot of people will get the chip implant, even when they think they're not, because they already been feeding you, this new world order lifestyle. It's already been fed to us. So a lot of people will take it more than they want. And just a few other things that's given to me by God is like, just like the famine, where I tell people, stock up on food. Don't forget about that. Don't think just because everything is seemed to be, kind of chill for now, that's how it's going to stay. And just like I, been telling people, something's going to take place to bring on martial law. I just don't know what that thing is that's going to take place, but that's going to come too. Just like when I tell y'all I have dreams about the military coming into your homes. This might not even be our military. This may be another, military, another soldiers that's coming in. And like I say, in the dream that I had before, they were in all black uniforms. So it might not even be our people. You just never know. A lot of things are going to fulfill itself that's, in the Bible. So this is why you always got to stay sensitive in the spirit and hear from God. That's why I always just check in with God, ask God to reveal things to me, whether it's, bits and pieces of something. Reveal something to me so that I can prepare myself and also other people around me, because this technology is really going through the roof. And a lot of people find it more fascinating. You know what I'm saying? And the more people find this technology fascinating, the more they can, push on this new world order. That's how it works. But let me know what you think about that dream, and also let me know what God has been revealing to you. All right.